Humble Saturn, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's Mars Day and Hour, and I'm Reverend Devin Malone, and you're listening to Selene's Gateway Morning Edition. Helios is at 11 degrees and 52 minutes of Aries. Selene is at 6 degrees and 18 minutes of Libra. And the ascendant is at 24 degrees and 46 minutes of Gemini. The chart is cast for Washington, D.C. The final dispositor for today lands on Venus. Venus is in Taurus and is hosting tonight's full moon. Her condition, from a Hellenistic perspective, is pretty great. She's an evening star in her nocturnal domicile. She is unafflicted by Saturn and in a loose whole sign sextile with Mars. Her closest companions are the sextiles from Mercury and Pisces, her sign of exaltation, so she can help him out there, and exalted Jupiter in Cancer, and they're experiencing a trine between them. When we bring in the three outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, we end up with some other issues. First of all, she's applying to a tight square to Pluto. So there's a relationship tension around power struggles, and maybe a cathartic release through art is being needed. Uranus is in a contra entisha with Pluto as well, so something bottled up might need a dramatic release. Venus is overseeing this tension as well, since Uranus is one of the closest aspects she's participating with. Uranus is also approaching the degree of Alcyone in the Pleiades. They can add a sense of confusion, fogginess, and a haze, as well as other tragedies are known. The Pleiades also offer spiritual insight. I know an astrologer that's doing a lot of research on the Pleiades right now, and I'm excited for their work to mature. All of this is to say that if Venus in Taurus isn't feeling like a bubble bath and orgasmic food bites, this is partially the case. The other reason is I feel the collective is seeking activation of her other significations, like the divine justice she offers in order to create harmony. And Pluto is going to be a big part of that. As far as the full moon itself, you can check out the almanac since I've already written about it there, where I bring in the constellations it's drawing from, as well as a tarot card for it. Today, I'm mostly here to offer the prayer that I've been using for several years now for the full moon. This comes from the Greek Magical Papyri, second edition, edited by Hans Dieter Bates. This is a collection of translations of Greco-Roman texts from Egypt, mostly dated from the 2nd century BCE to the 5th century CE, and its sole focus is religious magical operations and incantations. This is a scholarly collection, so there is no speculation or frills. That is left up to anyone that chooses to engage with the work. Inside it, we find the catalog number of PGM 4 2785 2890. Prayer to Selene for any spell. This is on page 90 inside the book. In this passage, you find a different side of Selene. Most of our astrological significations of the moon involve mothers, caretaking, emotions, and the home, as many others of a similar nature. And our cultural context around those subjects don't imply a sense of fear or anxiety. In astrological magic, we see her as important to every operation, for the ancients teach us that if we wish to draw upon the celestial powers into our lives, that the moon is the final prism that all the light is filtered through into manifest reality in our world. In this prayer, we find a fierce Titan goddess, who becomes associated with things most common inclinations may find dreadful. To me, it speaks of the queen of the night and the anxieties that come with that darkness. However, there's much power in the piece, and I will speak on it no more and allow the ancient text to speak for itself. As always, you can find the written version of the prayer on my Patreon. So, without further ado, the prayer to Selene for any operation. And so it goes. Come to me, O beloved mistress, three-faced Selene. Kindly hear my sacred chants, night's ornament, young, bringing light to mortals, O child of morn, who ride upon fierce bulls, O queen, who drive your car upon equal course with Helios, who with the triple forms of triple graces dance and revel with the stars. You are justice, and the Myra's threads, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, three-headed. You are Persephone, Megaera, Eclecto, many-formed, who arm your hands with dreaded murky lamps, who shake your locks of fearful serpents on your brow, who sound the roar of bulls out from your mouth, whose womb is decked out with scales of creeping things, with poisonous rows of serpents down your back, bound down your back with horrifying chains, night crier, bull-faced, loving solitude, bull-headed, you have eyes of bulls, the voice of dogs. You hide your forms in the shanks of lions. Your ankle is wolf-shaped. Fierce dogs are dear to you. Wherefore they call you Hecate, many-named Mene, cleaving air just like dart-shooter Artemis, Persephone, shooter of deer, night-shining, triple-sounding, triple-headed, triple-voiced Selene, triple-pointed, triple-faced, triple-necked, and goddess of the triple ways, who hold untiring flaming fire in triple baskets, and you who oft frequent the triple way and rule the triple decades unto me, whom calling you by gracious and with kindness give heed, you who protect the spacious world at night, before whom daemons quake in fear, and gods immortal tremble, goddess, who exalt men, you of many names, who bear fair offspring, bull-eyed, horned, mother of gods and men and nature, mother of all things, for you frequent Olympus, and the broad and boundless chasm you traverse, beginning and end are you, and you alone rule all. For all things are from you, and in you do all things. Eternal One, come to their end. As everlasting band around your temples, you wear great Kronos' chain, unbreakable and unmovable, and you hold in your hands a golden scepter. Letters round your scepter Kronos wrote himself and gave to you to wear, that all things stay steadfast. Subduer and subdued, mankind subduer and force subduer, chaos too you rule. Ara kakara hara, efetsa kere. Hail, goddess, and attend your epithets. I burn for you this spice, O child of Zeus, dart shooter, heavenly one, goddess of the harbors, who roam the mountains, goddess of crossroads, O nether and nocturnal and infernal, goddess of dark, quiet and frightful one, O you who have your meal amid the graves, night, darkness, broad chaos, necessity, hard to escape are you. You are Moria, and Erinny's torment, justice and destroyer, and you keep Cerebos in chains with scales of serpents, serpent girded, who drink blood, who bring death and destruction, and who feast on hearts, flesh eater, who devour those dead untimely, and you who make grief resound and spread madness, come to my sacrifices, and know for me now for me do you fulfill this matter. Please guide us through our darkest hours. Aid us to find truth in the shadows. Adorn us in your fierce and glorious light. May we be unapologetic in our seeing. May we be unapologetic in our truth. May we reveal and revel in the beauty of the light, in the beauty of your night, instead of fearful of its shadows and unknown. May we be torchbearers to those that are lost in the darkness. May we be torchbearers to the darkness of our own hearts. And so it is.